Are you a Mega Drive, Famicom, or Super Retro video game fan? Then hang out with me, Gruffy Looking RGB. So I've got a lot of sweet games to show you, and there might even be a pickup if you stick around till the end. So without further ado, let's get scruffy looking. We're in Surugaya looking at many games today, and we'll mostly focus on the Mega Drive. There is a great deal of awesome looking Mega Drive games here. Sector, Shinobi, we got Golden Axe 3, Rolling Thunder 2, which is a really cool City Hunter type game. Ghouls and Ghosts for European version or American version there. Chiki Chiki Boys, Ranger X, and Monster World 4, which is a really good looking action platformer on the Mega Drive. One I'd like to check out at some point, but with about a $20,000 price tag, I don't know if that point will be anytime soon. Mao Renjishi, or Mystical Fighter in North America. I love looking into these very Japanese cultural themed games, because oftentimes they end up getting reskinned for the North American versions. Zero Wing, fun shooter. Pretty sure everybody knows about Zero Wing. And quite a few Super Famicom games here too. We've got Bare Knuckle 3 for $22,000, and Burning Force, which is looks like a motorcycle racing type shooter. Got Zero and Ranger X, Chernobyl, Hellfire, Rainbow Islands. Great, what is it? Bub and Bob, the Bubble Bobble Boys, Crying, Monster Fighter, Monster Glay Lancer, got the Rocket Adventure Hero, Musha Aleste, about 30,000 there. Underline and Morina no Mori. Raiden Densetsu. Fairly interesting games. I've never seen that Wado something no Mori special. 9,700 for that. Glay Lancer's in here. Midnight Resistance is an action game. Got Rockman World there for 45,000. Arrow Flash for 17,000. Arrow Flash is a good one. I can speak to that one. But let's check out some of the consoles that they have here for the Mega Drive 2. About 31,000 in the box for that one. Mega Drive 2s, 11,000 a piece. And original Mega Drive for 10,000. They even have a Master System in there. Very nice. Game Gear games. GG Alesta for 27,000. That one's not cheap at all. This is only for the cartridge itself, so definitely an expensive Game Gear game there. Psychic World. GG Ninja 2. The GG Ninja. Is that like Grandfather Ninja? Interesting. 2,300. Never seen that one before. NBA Jam 4,000. Mega Drive CD games on the shelf too. I know some of you out there are Yumi Minx and Microcosm. 1,300 for that. Haven't played a whole lot of Mega CD. Ninja Warriors there for about 6,800. And Midnight Striker, or Night Striker, for 7,300. Says there is a crack in the case and a disc scratch, but Dennin Aleste is the sequel to Musha Aleste, and another great vertical shooter addition to the series. Though I haven't played it myself, it's one that has piqued my interest. Definitely a cool game. Devastator, 8,800. Looks like a really awesome action platformer and shooter. I think it is a Japan exclusive as that as well too. Would be a fun one to check out. Starblade, another 3D type shooter. They just had a Switch version release of this. All Shark looks like a role-playing game. Probably Japan exclusive. Need some Japanese skills for that for sure. Valis 3 for the Mega Drive. SD Valis. World of Illusion with Mickey and Donald. Robo Kid, a pretty faded version. 4,800 for that. There's Outrun. Caesar 2. You got an interesting one. Harimanada is a Japan exclusive sumo fighter game that originated from a Shonen Jump manga and anime series. Any exclusive Japanese game piques my interest, but especially one that's very culturally Japanese. And what would be more Japanese than sumo wrestling? Would like to try this one out someday for sure. Valis 3 for 6,600 complete. Here we got Contra, the Hardcore, 13,000. This is cartridge only, it says, so that's expensive. This is the 30th anniversary of Glaylancer. Ghostbusters, 8,600, a great action platformer. Curse, another shooter here. Kind of an interesting shooter with kind of wacky graphics in that. Another tank shooting game. X Granada. Or Granada X. Thunder Force 4. Thunder Force 3. Same. Shark. About 9,000 for that. We got Juyoki, or Altered Beast, for about 3,400. Not too bad. Strider for 3,600. A few loose games. Splatterhouse 2 for 9,000. I have been wanting to get Splatterhouse 2 and 3. Shinobi. Thunder Force 4, 4,500. Loose. All these games are behind the counter. Shadow Dancer, one I don't remember so well. 8,300 for that. Tatsujin, Daima Kaimura, we got RAM Adapter, Fantasy Star, and Fantasy Star 2. Fighting Monsters, Fighting Masters. Looks like a cool beat 'em up type game. Phalios, I do enjoy this game. I do have that one. Forgotten Worlds, 1,700 for that. Bare Knuckle. Bit Fighter. Marvel Land. Monster World, probably the first one. Wonder Boy versus Monster Boy 3. Looks really cutesy. A few controllers here. 2,200 for the 6-button. Beeps and Pops is a pretty rare Famicom game. 11,000. Final Fantasy has really gone up in price. Got Paimon 2, 8,000 in the box. Paimon 2 is not a bad game though. Interesting action platformer. Some more 8-bit music games and indie games here. Babel and Wrestling. Dream Master for 9,300. Really cool. I think this is kind of like a dungeon crawler type game mixed with action platforming. We got a indie game here, High Rattler or whatever it's called. It's a pretty difficult shooter. Jaja Maro game here, 1,600. Pretty good deal for a box game. Interesting artwork on there. Mario Brothers 3 for 3,000. Not a bad looking box. Joy Mech Fight for 4,000. That's not bad. Joy Mech Fight is a lot of fun. A really fun fighter on the Famicom. A much later release towards the end of its life cycle. So it was made fairly well. A lot of fun to play. Got YY World. Golgo 13 is 4,000. It's pretty interesting how that got so expensive. I swear I bought it at this exact same place for about 1,300 yen or something. Got Gradius 2 for 2,600. It's about what it usually goes for. Kokoron 5,000. It's also gone up a bit. Pizza Cats for 6,000. Getsu Fumaden for 2,200. That's about what it goes for usually. 5,000 for Contra. King of Monsters. We have some NES games here. Little Gun Deck 7,800. They do have Gun Deck on the Switch online. Anybody that has it, it's a good play. Akira is a good one for display, not so much for playing though. I'd really like to pick this one up. This Uchu Seibi Keibitai. Uchu Keibitai. Really fun shooter by HAL Laboratories. Akumajo Densetsu is of course a classic. That's about what it goes for usually. And you know, I can't resist the guidebooks. Here we have this hardcover Rockman guide for the PlayStation 20th anniversary. It's a very nice looking cover, so I'm sure the pictures inside are just as nice. Would be good for any Rockman fan out there. Download for the PC Engine 1, 8,800. That's not a terrible price. I mean, it says there's some damage to it, but I don't see any damage really. But definitely a really good game. Suggest it highly for the PC Engine. All you PC Engine lovers out there. Must have title for sure. Yeah, that's cool. Beavis and Butthead for 3,000 yen. I'm not sure how good that game is, but nice little nostalgia for you there. Mobile Fighter 2. $6,300. I want to say it wasn't so expensive, but it might be a more rare Gundam fighter on the PlayStation. Got Asuka 120% for 3,800, and this Granyu Shima Daiboken. And this must be kind of a rare one. Not a big fan of the graphics in this one, the 3D type PlayStation graphics. This is another interesting PS1 title. If you really want to help improve the quality of the channel, please consider donating by way of super thanks. Just click the heart with the $sign and choose the amount you'd like to donate. It'll help upgrade the quality of future videos. Plus, R2 could really use a new motivator. But if you can't, that's okay too. Just remember to subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you will get to see new retro game hunts, mods, and refurbs from here in Japan. Because it's free. And it happens every week. Today's pickup is In Sector X for the Mega Drive. This is a game I've had my eye on for quite some time. My first interaction with this game was in the arcade here in Akihabara, which led me to the Famicom port, and thus this version here for the Mega Drive. While the arcade and Famicom ports are very cutesy, this one is more realistic and darker. The graphics and sounds are noticeably much cooler, and the music is much less annoying than its Famicom counterpart. That being said, I'm not knocking the Famicom version. I just think that this one is a much cooler version. But the 8-bit port for the Famicom also holds up pretty well. I love the gritty Mega Drive soundtrack though. You only get 3 continues, so this one is quite difficult, but keeps you coming back for more. If you get a chance, definitely check out both the Famicom and this Mega Drive version of In Sector X. I think you'll like both of them. That's all for this Mega Drive hunt and pickup. I hope you enjoyed it, and you're having a grand old winter holiday season wherever you may be. Get it? Be well. Take care. And remember, stay scruffy looking.
Who's scruffy looking?